Another amazing week of Lego creations. I apologize if the quality of the audio today is not going to be great, but I'm recording this from my holidays. But nonetheless, the video is here. Please remember that all the builders and the article mentioned in the video will be linked in the description down below for you to go and check them out. Welcome to a new episode of This Week in Bricks. Let's start as usual from the Instagram section. Here we have an amazing builder, harrisbricks. A lot of very interesting stuff on his profile to check out with his latest build. That is a Neo Fabuland build, a very, very colorful, nice watermill. And I really, really like not just a watermill, of course, but I really like this brick build waterfall and all this rocky landscape that surround it. It's really, really well done, really, really beautiful. Next up, we have clicklever. We feature him multiple times on the channel already with some amazing builds. And this time we have this big sort of character. I don't know how to categorize this. So it's a sort of mech, and I really like the use of colors over here. And we also have a nice little micro scale build at the bottom. That is good actually all around the build, 360 degrees all around this build. Then we have some Lego designer. We start with Moriartus, Marcus Buller, that we feature multiple times on the channel. And here we have a very, very cool build that is called Stormfang, which is a construction mock that he brought to Bricknerd this year. Very, very cool. There is a insane number of very good parts usage over here. If you have a closer look to the head, only just the head, you can see a huge number of crazy pieces over here. I can spot also a printed part, I think, from the collectible F1 there for the nose, and we have a little bit of everything here. It is really amazing how all of this come together. Then moving on, we have another couple of Lego designers that we featured before. We have West Talbot with a Podracer in a little challenge with other designers. They decided to build some Podracers. This one is pretty cool, nice, interesting color scheme. We have some interesting parts usage in the center in between these two sides of the build. And I particularly like all these waves, this sand smoke at the back, very well built. And also we have a very cute little character, little driver, and we can see also some interesting part usage here in the place where the driver sits. We have another Podracer by another designer, which is CTPerron, that we also feature multiple times. And here we have a Ice Planet Podracer. You can easily recognize the color scheme. Very, very good build as well. And you can see here with the little minifigure, and I think it was from the CMF, the Space CMF series of minifigure. Very, very cool build as well. Then we have Timofey Chachev. I hope I pronounce correctly. I hope I pronounce this correctly. Amazing character builders. We have some crazy builds over here. This is a profile that I highly recommend you to go and check out. And here we have Yosemite Sam. Very, very cool build. A couple of sides build over here on the side. Couple of big guns with all this beard, this mustache going on in orange, going down. Couple of bananas there. A lot of interesting part usage here as well. And then you can see how it looks also next to some of the other characters built by this amazing builder. Next up, we have Klemmplem with a selection of brick build board games. This is very, very cool. I think I own 4 out of these 9 sets. So we have on top Everdell, Wingspan, Settlers of Catan, Azul. Those are the ones that I own, but the other games are all pretty popular. And I think if you are into board game, you will easily recognize all these games. Very, very well built. Then let's move on to the article section. We have the mock of the week on tips and bricks. This is Ground Control to Major Tomcat by Miscellanabuilds. Again, some very, very interesting part usage highlighted very well in this article. And of course, I recommend you to check out the profile of the builder as well. Again, here we have some amazing characters built over here. Then we move on to New Elementary. We have a couple of reviews. Interesting one here, we have this review of the African Savanna gift with purchase. We have a couple of interesting animal builds here and a quite interesting selections of parts, foliage, landscape sort of things. The review is by Tim Johnson. Then we have another review from the Force Burner Snowspeeder, posted by Kev Levell. This is a new for the new wave of Rebuild the Galaxy Star Wars build that are always very, very fun. We have a new windscreen, a new mold over here, and at the end we also have a very interesting Blacktron Speeder mock based on this set. That is very, very cool, and of course you right away recognize the color scheme. Then we move on to Bricknerd. We have an article by Simon Liu about the history of Lego telephone games. So how these telephone games translated into the Lego community. And we have some pretty interesting builds over here for you to go and check out and a little bit of history behind these telephone games. Then we have another interesting article here by four famous builders. We featured before some of them. Guest builder over here talking about their experience at the Bricknerd games at Brickworld Chicago that were seems like a very fun event, frog team, and also later on then they're gonna share the amazing character that they built, this El Tigre Anuro, a lot of interesting parts usage here and a lot of character for this frog over here. Very, very cool, very well done build. We also have some mosaics. These are mosaics that were exhibited at Brixpo 2025, article by Sue and Barber. I didn't feature many mosaics before on This Week in Bricks. We had a few. So if you are into mosaics, this is definitely something that you should go and check out. There's a lot of very interesting stuff over here. Then let's move on to the Brothers Brick. Let's highlight some of the favorite feature of the week for me. So we have this build by Wang. This is a deluxe version of Chappie. I'm not sure this action figure. I don't know where this is coming from, but is definitely an excellent build. We have a couple of pictures here, front and back. This is a very, very cool like mech looking kind of build. Very, very good. We also have an interview with BDD Builds that is building a huge Skyrim inspired layout. We featured some Skyrim build before, so this is going to be a massive layout. We have an interview with the builder, very interesting to check out as always. And I love the game Skyrim, so this is something that I would definitely want to find out more. Excellent build. We have a lot of stuff featured here in this interview. Go and check it out. Then let's move on to the contest section of the week. We have the results of the May the 4th contest on Eurobricks. So the Grand Admiral is Sentinel Bricks that participated to all the categories with some very, very cool stuff. Then we have the winners for the Wretch Hive with the BDD Buildworks. Then we have second place for a Goodman that we featured before. Some of these builds you probably saw before in previous episodes. Rebellions are built on Nope. The winner is Artisan, very cool build. Second place for Eternal Mall. And then we have the asymmetrical category won by Calais with the second place by Max Lego. And finally, we have the crew with the category won by Oki with the second place by Brick Ninja. And then if you scroll through, you have some other builds that I don't know if there are honorable mention or there were builds that could have been winners, but because they already win other category, they haven't been considered as winners. Then we move on to the Summer Joust. We have another trophy for the Portal Board category by Isaac Snyder. Another very, very cool build like the one that we saw last week. Then we have a couple of builds for the 12 by 12 vignette category that always has a lot of entry. This one is by T86 that we featured already last week. This is a Lord of the Rings inspired build. Very, very cool architecture. I particularly like that roof, that's arch roof on top, and that door is very, very interesting. We also have this one by Joel Short, Melkar and the Eye of Valor. Very, very cool build. We have some interesting texture on the walls, on the bookshelf at the back. The floor has a very interesting chisel pattern, and then this round circle thing in the middle. Very, very interesting build and very nice use of lights as well. Then we have a build by Kev the Builder. We'll talk a little bit more about this later on. This is an entry for the farms and fields category called Autumn in the Valley. We have a few crabs also for the time for crabs. There's a lot of crabs in the community now. You can find a lot of fun ones. I select a couple that were the highlight for me in this week. I really like this one by Syrdarian called the Tire Crab with this big tire at the back. So this is a very fun concept. And I also love this one by Magma Frost 13, which is a snow crab, I guess. Very, very interesting. He has a nice mark there with the cloud that became a steam coming off this cup of warm beverage with a fireplace at the front, a nice hat on top. Very, very cool build and very cool parts usage as well. Now, let's close the video with the YouTube section. So we have a very interesting video by Ben Cossi. I highly recommend you to go and check out this one. These are the greatest, some of the greatest build that you can find in the community nowadays. They are on display at the Lego house in Billund at the Masterpiece Gallery. There's, I think, 15 great builders featured. All of the builds at the Masterpiece Gallery are covered in this video. You need to go and check it out. Then we have Kev the Builder. We just mentioned it earlier with the time lapse of that autumn cabin mock. Go and check it out if you like some good speed build. Then we have Earthbricks that we mentioned multiple times on the channel. Yes, this very interesting Lord of the Rings mock that has been turned into a pirate mock. This was made for a contest, and I think he translated that prompt very, very well. So it's a very cool mock. Lastly, we have Kaizo Ideas with a series of street lamps design, a very simple and cool design that you can add to your custom Lego cities. On my channel, you can see the video for the Time for Crabs Super Mario that I did this week. And there is also the members only vlog with the behind the scene of that build. And then next Monday, I will have a couple of new minifigure habitats coming. If you like this video and if you want to support my channel further, please consider to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, or go and check out previous videos of This Week in Bricks with the latest episode, the last week episode that is here on screen now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.